This is a 2018 Kia Niro. Why would I review a 2018 Kia Niro? Well, that's because that's what Kia Canada gave me. And why would I pretend that it's a 2019 in some of my stories? Well, that's because it's unchanged in 2019. So why 2018? Well, because Kia decided not to offer red anymore in 2019. So there's your dead giveaway. Otherwise, styling identical both inside and out. Base price for an L is $25,495, and it comes very, very well equipped. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, Apple CarPlay, 7-inch touchscreen, Android Auto in there too. It is very well set up for the daily. In fact, that is the best version in my mind. My tester is obviously the high-end SX Touring, which retails for $33,495. Throws in cooled seats, the 18-inch wheels, the leather, and all kinds of other kit. What's important to know about the Niro is that it is only available as an alternative or electrified vehicle. There is also a plug-in hybrid version that starts at just over $33,000, and in the next couple of months, there will be an EV version. Sounds like this thing should be selling like hotcakes, but the fact of the matter is that it doesn't. Its Kona unidentical twin really outsells this, if only because of design. And that would be maybe the next point that I will touch on. Kia put a lot of emphasis on the fact that this is a hybrid that doesn't look like a hybrid. Well, I have to agree, and I must say that it is kind of handsome overall. Its lack of defining features or distinguishing accents really does it no services per se. Anyhow, having said that, let's take a quick look on the inside. Here's a little tip. I've cleaned off the car, but these handles I absolutely hate. Mazda did that for a long time, and a few other manufacturers that do that I hate because see how dirty it gets? Imagine you have your gloves. You can get your hands dirty every time you open a trunk. Anyhow, enough of that rant. So this is just over 600 liters of trunk space according to Kia. If you must know, this is more space than what you get in the Kona. And the reason for that is that the Niro is actually a little bit longer with a longer wheelbase. Back seat is actually fairly spacious, comfortable too, easy in and out. And because this is an SX, you get the rear heated seats. Power window controls, obviously, plenty of room. Actually quite comfortable back here. It's surprising. You might do three across, but it might get a little tight. Up front, it's all here for $33,500 and change. Harman Kardon audio is included in the SX. When you get to this level, you get an 8-inch screen. So there's your layout for the eco driving and the hybrid functions and all of that. Gauges are nice, digital, slightly configurable, actually quite a bit, I should say. Heated seats, your cooled seats, heated steering wheel, which mine is on. All your little connections right there, plus that's where you have your wireless charging, which is always a lovely feature. The dashboard is plain, functional, quite nice. Fit and finish is good. The materials are nice. There is very little wrong with what you actually see before you. However, when you get behind the wheel, things change somewhat, because although it doesn't look like a hybrid, it reminds you that it's a hybrid and built for efficiency. To get behind the wheel of the 2019 Kia Niro, well, this is 2018 as I said, you have to keep one thing in mind. It is all about, and constantly and only about, driving efficiency. Thing is that Kia forces it upon you, okay? Listen, hear me out. Porsche, no, it's not a direct competitor, obviously, to any Kia, but you can drive a Carrera S with 443 horsepower, drive it reasonably hard, have a good time, enjoy it, and still return like 9 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers. The Niro is exceptional. Fuel consumption numbers, wow. On the highway, if you're good, you'll average just over 4 liters per 100 kilometers. In the snow, in mid-January, as I'm doing right now, I'm averaging just over 5. That is exceptional. if I wasn't being as aggressive as I normally am, I could probably do under 5. Maybe even closer to 4.5. But the thing is, no matter what you do, no matter how you want to drive this thing, it always feels like you're driving in the name of efficiency, right? This thing has 139 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque, right? The 1.6 liter 4-cylinder engine, normally aspirated, along with the permanent magnet motor combined, it's a lot of power. But you gotta dip into the throttle in order to feel that kind of torque. The issue, which arises very quickly, is the noise. The engine is noisy. And then it gets worse because everything about the Niro is fairly noisy. I don't know, you can't hear the splashes because the mic is not strong enough on the phone, but I just went through a tiny puddle of water at like 30 kilometers an hour, and it sounded like I was doing 90. And speaking of 90, on the highway at 110 kilometers an hour, the drone is so constant and so annoying that a conversation ends very quickly. So maybe if you don't like being with your significant other, this could be a good way to, kill all your conversations. There's nothing exciting about the drive, despite the fully independent suspension and the 6-speed dual clutch transmission, which is seamless when driven this way. It's beautiful, very, very smooth. Don't push it. Don't push anything about the Niro. You'll get your fuel consumption numbers. But I'm just no good at driving like an old man, not yet. And the Niro and I would not get along. That's why I look at a different type of electrified vehicle. You can read my stories on Motor Illustrated to find out what I would suggest or what I would get for myself. But that's it. You are constantly reminded that you're driving in the name of efficiency in the Niro. I will add, however, that the $25,500 L version, the base one, with the impressive level of equipment and the great fuel economy, if you can drive like it, it's almost a bargain.